guys, welcome to the date night with Dayton, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Tonight we're making enchiladas. It's a pretty easy recipe. It'll probably take you about 10 minutes from start, and then finish will be 5 minutes to make. So let's get started. I'm going to cut my peppers first. Make sure we don't get no cross-contamination. Easily cut it, slice it in a bit. Grab your knife, roll it around. That way we get the most out of everything. Cut off the end. Don't need the top bit there. So it looks nice like that. I'm going to cut it as julienne, basic julienne. So it's nice and big and stringy to match the chicken bits. I'm going to add some cheese. Okay. Now if you guys want to add onions to it, it's always a great option. Onion is pretty basic, but tonight we're not going to do onions because we don't have it.
Why don't we have onions?
And we just haven't gone grocery shopping yet. Now before I cut my chicken, I'm going to grab my pot here. I'm going to turn on the oven. Probably go to medium heat. We're going to add tomato sauce out of the can, which is pretty easy. I'm going to add it to the recipe. Now, spices that are the hard part. It takes a long time to get used to. Add a little bit of water to clean out that can. I've got about 6 spices here. We're going to be using all 6 of them. So the first one I'm going to start off with is the onion powder. And I'm going to use a full teaspoon of onion powder. And the cayenne will be next. I'm going to use a quarter of a teaspoon because some people just don't like that much spice, and that's okay. Followed by cumin. Cumin's a really good earthy herb. And we would like to use a lot of it, so I do a heaping 1 teaspoon. Black pepper is to taste, so we'll add like half a teaspoon. A little bit of chili powder, so half a teaspoon of that. And we're going to finish it off with some garlic powder. We'll use 1 full because garlic is just a great flavor in anything, and I really enjoy garlic. So once we get that going, I'm going to give it a quick stir. We're going to let that simmer for about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to cut my chicken. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut it in strips. Make sure they're thin strips. And then we're going to quickly pan fry it on the oven. Now once I get this all cut, turn down my sauce a bit. It's a bit spitting here. I'm going to turn this one on. Wash my hands. I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil to that. So now that this is getting hot enough, I'm gonna add to it. You kind of want a little bit of that. Now I'm gonna season my chicken. Move this to the back. Add a little bit of salt and pepper to it. This is a very easy recipe. I think the last time I made this was for my friend. I'm going to grab a glass Pyrex. Or you can definitely use like a cake pan for sure.
Depends on how big your tortoise is.
But I usually have a basic Pyrex glass dish. I like to bake it in. Struggle sometimes to clean, but if you make your recipe right, it shouldn't be that hard. I'm also going to start setting up my enchilada start here. So as you're doing this, make sure to preheat your oven to 350. So my sauce is going pretty good. I'm going to turn it down to a simmer now and make sure my chicken is working really well. It's got that sizzle factor now, which is great. Everybody loves that sizzle factor. I enjoy it very much. It means stuff's going. It's cooking. You want to cook everything about 75% on the chicken, and then you can add your vegetables to it. Usually you can do your onion, add a little bit of cumin to the chicken. Get that flavor going, the nice aroma. I usually just sprinkle a light dust on the chicken there. A little bit of garlic as well because I do enjoy a lot of garlic. So we're getting everything going. I'm just going to flip it over here. I got my sauce here, which is perfect. I'm going to add my peppers to it now just to get a little saute. Make sure you don't cook them too much because a little bit of crunch in your enchiladas is perfect. You don't want No crunch. After we get this a little sauteed, we're just going to quickly add it to the sauce. Let it simmer for about maybe another 2 minutes. And then we're going to pour everything onto here, and then I'm going to show you how to wrap it. Almost there, probably another minute on that. So now when this starts going, we're just going to slowly add it into the... Should be hot enough to just let it put it in.
That's what she said.
Put the lid back on. Unfortunately, we don't have a dishwasher, but you know what? That is okay.
That's what your fiance's for.
That is definitely what she is for. So this is definitely going to be hot enough. I'm going to cook the chicken 100% now. As you can see by the steam, there's no way that's not going to be undercooked. And plus we're going to bake it as well, so it's definitely going to be cooked. So I'm definitely going to make some room here so I can show you guys actually how to assemble it. Really easy. So obviously this is what it should look like. Enchiladas are definitely messy, but make sure you save some sauce for the top. You can't really have enchiladas without being saucy. Now when you add this, don't add too much, otherwise it'll bulge. And it's just too much food. So literally you're just gonna take the tongs, grab them out, you can use a fork, whatever, and you kind of just want it kind of a little bit dry but a little bit saucy. You want too much, and you're gonna fold it over on one side. But once you do that, we're gonna add a little bit of cheese in the middle as well, because you can't forget the cheese, everybody's favorite food. And then we're gonna add a little bit on top as well. You're gonna fold over one side like this, fold over the other. And when you bake it, you're going to put the fold side on the bottom, like this, so it looks flat, kind of like that. And I'll do the same thing with the rest of them. This is the enjoyment of making enchiladas. And you don't need it all the way to the end, that's totally fine. You want to leave a kind of an opening, otherwise it's so hot in the middle you won't be able to eat it for the first 15 minutes. So you want to have open ends. Put it in there. I like to add a little bit of cheese on top, because there's nothing wrong with too much cheese. No one's ever said that. And I'm going to pour the hot sauce on. I'm going to throw it in the oven for about maybe 5 minutes. You just really want to melt that cheese. Add a little bit more on top, a little bit of spice there as well. Make sure you kind of get a nice coating on it. Don't be too shy. And I'm going to put it in the oven for about 5 minutes. Once it's out, everything should be rocking to go, and date night can start. What do you call someone who stole your strawberries?
I don't know.
It's a strawberry.
You're doing great, sweetie.
So we're probably nearing up to 5 minutes, I would say. I'm gonna pull it out and we can show you. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Nice and warm, it's not too soggy. Oh yeah. A little crunchy on the tortilla. Perfect. Now the missus wants me to plate this clean, but let's be honest here, it's Mexican food. It's gonna be messy all the time. Salsa, sour cream. But I will definitely plate it as best as I can. Turn this around. Make sure you get all the cheese and sauce. Let's not waste any food here. And there you have it, guys. Quick and easy 15-minute enchiladas. It's date night.
Your dishes in the sink are blocking my sign.
That's okay. You know why? It's only 3 dishes. We only did 3 dishes with that meal. 4 if you count the one to frost the chicken on.
Like 6 if you count the sauce bowl.
Well, that's not for
And
that.
the enchilada.
We're not doing the sauce bowl. That's fine.
We're not gonna wash that dish?
No, we'll just throw it up. That's it.
Throw it out?
Yeah.
It's
Once
done.
you use it, one and done.
Yeah.
That's what I usually say. One and done.
I just buy a new pot every time it comes.
Yeah. Cheese is the most important part of an enchilada, besides the chicken and the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have that, well, you need the wrap, that's for sure. It just all ties in together. Vegetables are optional, obviously, because
Who likes those?
well, I like them, but not everybody has a vegetable roast.